Hi students, I hope you are doing well. Today in this class we are going to discuss regarding excretory system. Animals accumulate ammonia, urea, uric acid, phosphates, sulfates, sodium and potassium. These waste materials accumulated in the body must be removed, as well as excess ingested materials should be removed from the body through the process of excretion. Excretion is the removal of nitrogenous waste materials from the body, or elimination of nitrogenous waste materials from the body is known as excretion. Animals mainly they excrete ammonia, urea and uric acid. These are the three waste materials in the animals. Ammonia, urea, uric acid. The animals which eliminate ammonia is known as ammonotelic animals. Ammonotelic. Mainly ammonia is more toxic. The animals which live in water, they can eliminate ammonia, like teleost fishes, aquatic arthropods, aquatic insects are the examples for ammonotelic. They excrete ammonia through simple diffusion from the gills. Ammonotelic animals excrete ammonia. Urea is somewhat less toxic than ammonia, and whatever the ammonia that is produced in the liver, it can be detoxified and released out from the body. Example for ammonoureotelic animals are amphibians, marine fishes and mammals. These are the examples for ureotelic animals. The animals which excrete uric acid, less concentrated, no water is required to release uric acid. Example for uric acid elimination is birds. Birds excrete uric acid, and snails, land snails and many reptiles eliminate the uric acid in the form of pellets. This is introduction regarding excretory system. Mainly in human beings, if we see, human beings excrete the waste materials in the form of urine. Mainly we need to discuss regarding the structure of kidney. If we see the structure of kidney, the color of the kidney is reddish brown in color. Shape of the kidney is bean shaped. We can observe here bean shaped kidney, and situated at the dorsal side between the last thoracic vertebrae and third lumbar vertebra. The right kidney is somewhat lower than the left one due to the presence of liver. The right kidney is somewhat lower when we compare it to left kidney. Mainly in this longitudinal structure of the kidney, we can see the outer cortex, inner medulla, and the kidney is covered by renal capsule. outer side convex and inner side concavity is seen. In the kidney, we can see the pyramid-like structures, 7 to 8 pyramid-like structures. These are called renal pyramids or medullary pyramids. The space between the two renal pyramids is known as renal columns or columns of Bertini. Here we can see one renal artery which carries the oxygenated blood, renal vein which carries the deoxygenated blood. Where we see in rabbits, we can see only one renal pyramids, whereas in human beings, we can see 7 to 8 renal pyramids. All the renal pyramids, they release into the renal pelvic region. The renal pelvic region leads to ureter. Here we can see in the renal pyramids, we can see the nephrons. Nephron is the structural and functional unit of the kidney. If we see the structure of the nephron, it is a structural and functional unit of the kidney, and it is an epithelial tube which is about 3 centimeters to 60 nanometers in diameter. Nephron, mainly in nephron we can see afferent arteriole and efferent arteriole. Afferent arteriole enters into the Bowman's capsule, and afferent arteriole enters into the Bowman's capsule and it leaves as an efferent arteriole. Afferent arteriole forms the glomerulars. See, Bowman's capsule is a cup-like structure. Cup-like structure. This is afferent renal arteriole is wider. Efferent renal arteriole is narrower. Afferent renal arteriole is wider. Efferent renal arteriole is narrower. This is Bowman's capsule. Due to this widerness of afferent renal arteriole, narrowness of efferent renal arteriole, pressure is created in the glomerulars. That is glomerular filtration. That is the first step in the formation of urine. Here in the Bowman's capsule, here we can see the podocytes. Podocytes. The space, there is some space between the two podocytes. That space is called filtration slits. Filtration slits. The glomerulars mainly in the PCT, the Bowman's capsules leads to PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. Later, U-shaped loop of Henle. The U-shaped loop of Henle leads into distal convoluted tubule. As we see, the proximal convoluted tubule, it is very thin. And we can see flat squamous epithelial cells in the proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal convoluted tubule leads to U-shaped loop of Henle. Descending limb of loop of Henle, ascending limb of loop of Henle. Together, descending limb and ascending limb form the U-shaped loop of Henle. The proximal convoluted tubule at the upper side, it is having simple cuboidal epithelial cells, and lower side we can see thin and squamous cells. Squamous cells are present in the proximal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule we can see at the upper in distal convoluted tubule we can see cuboidal epithelial cells. Proximal convoluted tubule PCT is permeable to water and impermeable to sodium ions. That is the reason the filtrate comes down. Whereas the ascending limb of Henle is impermeable to water and permeable to chloride and sodium ions. That is the reason the filtrate moves upward. You must remember, the PCT is permeable to water and impermeable to sodium. That is the reason the filtrates come down. Whereas the DCT permeable to chloride and sodium ions and impermeable to water. That is the reason the filtrate moves up. The distal convoluted tubule, finally it leads into collecting duct. Once we briefly revise the topic, whatever the excretion is the process of removal of nitrogenous waste materials from the body like ammonia, urea, uric acid, phosphates, sulfates, and excess metabolic waste must be removed from the body. Animals, based on their elimination of excretory waste materials, they can be classified into three types. The animals which excrete ammonia is known as aminotelic animals. The animals which excrete urea is known as uricotelic animals. The animals which excrete uric acid is known as uricotelic animals. Ammonia is highly toxic, released from the gills of aquatic animals like aquatic arthropods, aquatic insects, and teleost fishes. By simple diffusion, ammonia is released. Urea is somewhat highly toxic than ammonia. Urea is excreted by some mammals and frogs, where uric acid is somewhat less toxic and released by birds and some land snails, insects, and many reptiles that excrete the uric acid in the form of pellets. If you see the structure of kidney, the color of the kidney is red in color, and it is located at the dorsal side between the last thoracic vertebrae and third lumbar vertebrae, T12 and L3. Shape of the kidney is bean shaped. And if you see the outer side convexity, inner side concavity is seen in the kidney. It is surrounded by renal capsule. In the medulla region, we can see the 7 to 8 pyramid-like structures. The structures are called renal pyramids. The space between the two renal pyramids is called renal columns or renal columns of Bertini. Renal artery carries the oxygenated blood into the kidney, and renal veins carries the deoxygenated blood out from the kidney. Whatever the collecting that is released into the renal pelvis. From renal pelvis it is released into the ureter. The structural and functional unit of the kidney is known as nephron. In nephron mainly we can see two parts. The glomerulus and Bowman's capsule together they are called Malpighian body. Malpighian body and renal tubules. These are the two main parts in the nephron. Malpighian body is equal to glomerulus plus Bowman's capsule. Afferent renal arteriole is wider. It forms the glomerulus. Afferent renal arteriole is narrower due to the wideness of afferent renal arteriole and narrowness of afferent renal arteriole. In the glomerulus, pressure is created. That is the reason. Filtration. First step in urine formation is glomerular filtration. Filtration occurs in the glomerulus. Here we can see the podocytes. The space between the two podocytes, there is some space between the podocytes that are called filtration slits. The Bowman's capsules leads into proximal convoluted tubule made up of simple cuboidal epithelial cells, and it leads into U-shaped loop of Henle. Then after we can see the DCT, it is made up of cuboidal epithelium cells. This is regarding the structure of kidney and structure of nephron. I hope you understood well regarding this structure of nephron and longitudinal structure of kidney.